Hey, what's up? It's your boy JP clocking right back in with you guys. And the topic of discussion, the topic of this video today, I'm going to be discussing why everyone's an actor when it regards to money. And what I mean by that is, when money is involved, when there's some type of monetary value that's involved, people will pretend very well that they like you or have some type of affinity towards you, or they care about you. Women do it all the time, dudes do it, jobs do it, churches do it. Everybody does it. Everybody does it. When you're giving money, when you're giving value to someone or something, they will act so well that they actually care about you or they actually like you. When in reality, they don't. You're just a cash cow to that person or to that organization. We always hear stories about, women who were with dudes for 20, 30, 40 years, and when it comes to actually loving the dude, actually caring about the dude, they really didn't care, because as soon as the money stopped rolling in, as soon as the benefit ended, their true colors shown. And that's how people are, man. People will be around you for the span of years, bro. People will be around you for years, befriend you for years, be playing in your face for years because of that money, bro. Because of the type of value that they're getting from you. They will do it, bro. They will act their ass off, bro. They will be convincing too, man, because they're getting a benefit from you. Whether it's relationships, friendships, it doesn't matter what it is, man. Behind money, bro, everyone's an actor, bro. Even these people you see on social media, man. Even these people you see on social media who's taking these political stands and doing all these type of shenanigans on the internet, bro. All that's just money. All of it is just money, man. Somebody is paying them to do that. Somebody is paying them to act that way, or somebody is paying them to have those type of beliefs and say that on social media to their platform, to their following. They're getting paid by somebody to say those type of things. They probably don't really believe in the shit that they're telling you, but because a company or a certain political party is paying them to say these type of beliefs on the internet, they're gonna say it. They're going to say it. They're going to take a stance. They're going to say, we stand with this candidate or we stand with that candidate. But in reality, they don't stand with either one. Somebody just gave them money to do that shit. But that's what I mean, guys. Everyone's an actor when it comes to money, bro. When it comes to money, everyone's pretending. I don't care who it is, man. Everybody. I talked about relationships, and now I'm going to go to the friendship side. You probably have that one friend, who, was always going out with his friends and, always buying his friends beers, buying his friends shit, taking them out with his car and, taking them to clubs and, doing all that shit, spending money, paying the tab on the food and doing all that shit. But, when that friend fell into hard times, he lost his car, lost his money, money went down, money dried up, everybody disappeared. Everybody disappeared, everybody stopped coming around as often, everybody stopped checking up on you and doing all that shit, bro. It's because people are actors, bro. They're actors, man. When it's money involved, bro, people they're gonna act a certain way towards you, bro. But when there's no more benefit left, when there's no more, no more advantage left for them to take, they're going to show their true colors, or you'll just simply stop hearing from them. That's how people are, man. People are transactional, bro. You can't romanticize people, because when it comes to money, they're acting. They're actors, bro. They're actors. Same with the church people, the pastor who's up there giving the sermon and doing all that stuff, and meanwhile his congregation is paying him millions of dollars every year, and he's going to keep on playing that act. He's going to keep on playing that role. He's going to keep on doing it because he's an actor, and he knows that playing this role as a clergyman in front of a mega church is going to keep giving him money. It's going to keep revenue in. It's going to keep making him rich. So he's gonna play that character until the day he dies, until he can't do it anymore. You know, and that's just how it is with these guys, with people, man. You know, when it's money, when they're getting something, bro, they will fabricate a personality, bro. They will fabricate an aura to try to deceive you. But I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you offer to stop paying the tab as much. You offer to stop spending money on that girl so much. You know, you offer to stop giving money at the church as often. Watch how people start treating you. Watch how many side looks you get from the pastor and the other people of the congregation. Watch your friends start to diminish and dwindle. You know, watch your girlfriend or your wife start to have arguments with you all of a sudden. You know, that's how it is with people, man. When it comes to money, bro, they're actors, they're acting, they're playing a part. They're masquerading themselves as a certain way so you don't cut them off. So you don't see them for who they really are. It's happened to me before, man. I remember one time I had a friend, you know, who I thought was my friend, but he wasn't really my friend. He was just using me. He was just using me because he saw the value that I brought. You know, this is when I was, you know, still young and naive, bro. So I thought at that point everybody who I was cordial to or friendly to was going to be my friend. But it wasn't the case, man. That guy was a shitty person. It was an old friend of mine from back in the day, man. He was a really shitty person and a user, you know. And he showed me his true colors, you know, and, you know, I've never forgotten that lesson. I've never forgotten how well people will act, man. I'll never forget, bro. This guy was convincing, bro. This guy, I'm telling you guys, this guy was convincing, bro. You know, they're very convincing, bro. Like this guy was talking about, you know, he's my friend, you know, oh, he'll take a bullet for me and all that shit. It's all fucking crap, man. It's all crap. You know, this guy used to, you know, be passionately trying to defend me in front of people. You know, he was an old friend of mine, and, you know, he showed his true colors. You know, I played it all back in my mind, and I realized it was all crap. Him talking about he's gonna take a bullet for me if it's necessary and all that shit, man. It's all crap. He just saw that I had, you know, a little bit of money, saw I had a little bit of value, saw the value that I brought, and, you know, and something clicked in his mind to, you know, want to try to use me and try to, you know, play a role. And this is how people are, you guys. You gotta really be careful, man. Guys, you have to, when you're a person who has money, when you're a person who has value, when you're a person who has a lot to bring to the table, you have to be careful. You have to be very, very perceptive. You have to be very, very intuitive when it comes to dealing with people, because people will play a role so well when they know you got something, bro. They will play it well, man. They will say anything and they will do anything, man, to try to gain your confidence, to try to gain your trust. They will do and say anything, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what people can become behind money, bro. It's crazy, man. You know, and that's what this video is about, man. Behind money, bro, everybody is actors, bro. Everybody's an actor. Everybody. Your girlfriend who you think that she loves you, she's a fucking actor. That money dries up, she's fucking going, bro. She's leaving your ass high and dry, bro. She doesn't love you, bro. Same with if you have a wife that you think, you exchange vows and she loves you, death do us part, for richer or for poor, that's bullshit. She's gonna fucking leave you. Same with your friend group. If you have a friend group that, you know, you guys are always going out, you're paying for drinks, you're paying the tab, they're always in your car, you're doing all these activities with them, go broke, bro. Go broke or get down and get into a bad situation, bro. Lose your car, bro. Let the money start to dry out a little bit. Watch how quickly they fucking disappear, bro. Watch how quickly they stop coming around as often. Those people are not your friends, bro. Those people are not your fucking friends, bro. They're fucking actors. They're actors. Same with the church, bro. The church doesn't fucking love you, bro. The church are actors too, man. The pastor is an actor, bro. The pastor is an actor, bro. Stop giving money to the congregation. Stop bringing money to that church, man. Stop pouring money into the basket as often, bro. Watch how passive aggressive they start to become towards you, man. Man, people are actors, man. When money is involved, people are actors, man. They're puppets. They're actors. They're malicious. They're malicious people, bro. But that's my rant, man. That's my rant. You got to protect yourself. You have to, really see people for what they are, not what you want them to be. And, test people as well. Test people as well, because you don't know where their heart is at. You don't know. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's your boy JP, and I'm clocking out.